I'm Teresa Morris, founder of Farming Blueprint. And what we want to do is kind of show you what our prototype is. But before we do that, let me tell you a little bit about how this came about. I've been working in conservation for close to 20 years. I also teach soils and soil ecology. And on my commute home, I would start to think, how do we show someone the value of organic matter? Now, as farmers and gardeners, people know how important it is. But in this day and age, what people want to see is the numbers, the economic value. And if we can show the economic value of organic matter, we can start designing sustainable agriculture with an economic component to it. So what we did was design a drawing tool that as you draw and design your farm or your sustainable growing season, you will be able to see not only what the value is of 1% organic matter, but the nutrients, the nitrogen, the phosphorus, the potash, the carbon, the sulfur, the amount in that 1% organic matter, and then the economic value associated with that. So you can start to put numbers together to put a real economic, sustainable system together, which gives economic value to your organic matter. So hold on, we're going to show you the prototype, and I look forward to your ideas. Thanks so much.
Okay, so now we're going to show you the very beginning of the prototype. So this is basically our setup. So you notice there's a blank screen. What you want to do is choose a file. So the file that you'll be able to choose is your own farm, your own piece of land. So let's say you go in and you find the map of your own farm, and then you're going to choose that, and it'll ask you how many acres. So let's say about 50 acres for a small acreage farm. So then let's say that this is your farm. You're going to have contour lines on here showing your actual farm. What we want to help design is how to put a system in place sustainably. So if you'll notice on the right-hand side, you're going to see 1% organic matter and 5% organic matter. And below that, we just have a couple of vegetables in there. And then we have basil and tansy. These are 4 o'clocks. These are great sustainable pest management crops as well. And we have grasses and forbs. And at the bottom, you'll notice there's an organic selector. So now let's go to the top of the tools. And let's say you're going to plant some tomatoes. So we're going to do a point. And then we'll go over and we'll select, let's go down. We want to go to our other crops, our cash crops. Our cash crops. Those are our cash crops. So we'll pick on tomatoes. And then let's say we're going to plant one of our fields. So we'll just go over into the field and we're going to drop a couple of dots. So as you do it, and what we're going to have is they'll space automatically as we design this tool. So there will be your tomatoes. And let's say that you are interested in putting in warm season grasses because on this contour, it's very steep. So you want to make sure that organic matter that's coming down here is going to go right into some grasses. So let's come back up here and we're going to pick a line. So we'll see the line, and then we'll go into sustainable practices, which are grasses. Let's say you get a warm season grasses, and we're going to draw basically a polygon just right down in this area, right. And we're going to put some warm season grasses there. Now, let's select our organic matter selector. And we're going to come back, and this is something that in future you're going to be able to click on these and see what the organic matter is. But for now, in our prototype, we're going to draw over the warm season grasses, and we're going to kind of follow that contour as best we can. And what you'll notice is it changes colors. Now watch over here. This is where we want you to see. You see the 1% organic matter that says $643? That's if you have 1% organic matter. What if you had 5% organic matter? It's $3,215. Now, why is that important? Because in the next phase of our prototype, not only will you see the 1% organic matter, you will see the nutrient values associated with that, the nitrogen, phosphorus, potash, carbon, and sulfur. So if we know our percent organic matter, we know how much money we're saving, so we don't have to put that money into the crops. because we are building it from the soil organic matter. And that is basically the beginning of our prototype. So you can see that if you start to design all of your system here using the on-site resources, what we hope, our goal is that you start saving money by designing sustainably. Thanks so much.